the main subject of my thesis was wireless networks, particularly infrastructureless wireless networks. In this type of networks, you don't have central control, so you don't have an entity that controls the access of each user to the spectrum. In this type of wireless network, each user is responsible for their access to the spectrum or to the channels that are available in the wireless network. Considering that, you can see that this type of wireless networks, the decentralized wireless networks, have a huge implementation in many of the systems that are being designed, and they are being designed for the future in terms of in multiple areas, for example in factories and industrial areas where you need Internet of Things systems and machine-to-machine systems. So considering the huge application of this type of wireless networks, the decentralized wireless networks, you are foreseeing a huge increase in terms of devices that wanted to be implemented with this type of control or with this type of methodology where you don't have a central control, but each user is responsible for their control in terms of the access to the spectrum. However, in the literature you find many works that show that the protocols that are being proposed and being implemented for this type of wireless networks makes to the decentralized wireless network to not be very scalable. So you are limited in terms of number of devices that can be implemented on these decentralized wireless networks. So considering the problems that you have in terms of scalability in the decentralized wireless networks, in my thesis I focused on the use of multi-package reception techniques. These multi-package reception techniques can be like MIMO, where you can decode more than one packet at a time. So you can have multiple antennas at the receiver that can decode n packets that are transmitted by different transmitters. So considering this type of multi-package reception techniques, in my thesis I developed and proposed different protocols that by maximizing this type of communication techniques improved greatly the performance of the decentralized wireless networks. And this improvement was not only about on the bit rates that can be achieved, but also in the terms of the number of users that you can have in the wireless network. Mainly the implementation or the application of this type of protocols were for ultra reliable and low latency systems that can include Internet of Things systems and machine-to-machine systems.